If anybody is heading to the Western Idaho Fair today after school, after work, what can they expect?
It's going to rain on the big booth, right? First of all, I just want to say that for tonight, we're not expecting a lot of rain. However, when you're talking about the Western Idaho Fair, they had about a half an inch early this morning. So it's quite a good drenching in that area. If you go out toward Eagle had about 3/4 of an inch of rain. They had the most rain around this location. Downtown had about 30 hundredths. If you go south of the freeway in Boise, it was about a half an inch of rain, even a half an inch out in Kuna. So for tonight, not expecting a lot, but we still have some areas to watch. For instance, this is a flash flood warning that's in effect for the northwest county here of Gooding, just as you can see toward the Gooding area. And this is northwest of Sun Valley, where there's another flash flood watch that's in effect. Both are in effect until about 8:15 this evening. Then you have a flash flood watch, these two are warnings. This is a flash flood watch in the green, and that's going to continue till about 9 o'clock tonight. Not that there's a whole lot of more rain for those areas, but there's still a chance of some scattered thunderstorms, so it's a possibility to keep that in effect. Let's talk about the temperature, shall we? Overnight, with the rain coming down, it was pretty much along the same tone here between about 67 to 69 degrees. Once the sun did pop out a little bit, we got up to about an 85, as you can see around 3 o'clock this afternoon. And now we've got kind of a pleasant evening where temperatures are up around the upper 70s. There's a slight chance of an evening thunderstorm. Most areas will not see it. So it's a nice evening, actually a nice evening to be outside. 87 degrees, there's your high. Other areas, as you look at these high temperatures, did get into the 80s. Even Twin Falls had the high temperature of 84 degrees. Wind gusts, which were between about 2 to 5 o'clock this afternoon. You see 38 miles an hour for Boise. You notice that, 36 degrees for Mountain Home. So some of those winds are pretty gusty, and 45 miles an hour for Twin Falls. Up in the Haley area, they had 44 miles an hour. Now, rain out of this storm, okay? Heaviest spots was McCall. Look at that, almost 2¼ inches. Haley is working its way toward 2 inches because they're getting rain now. And on Ontario, they had 1.5 inches. Yeah, some flooding in the area. Caldwell had the most within the valley between Caldwell and Boise. As you can see, they had about 3/4 of an inch of rain there. And we talked about other areas around the valley. So here's how it's looking right now. First of all, you see this storm that is coming in. It's thunderstorms, and it's basically, as you notice, east of Mountain Home, coming up here around some areas like Sun Valley, and you can see here at Haley. So that's where they're getting the heaviest rain at this particular time. And you can see this is in the northwest portion, northwest of Sun Valley. So because of that, the flash flood warning. It's kind of scattered around the area. It's like taking a hose and just squirting a fan right in the middle. It blasts out, as you can see, and that's what's happening all around the area. Now, Boise is fairly in a dry column right along through there. Most of the Central Mountains still could see some thunderstorms, and the same thing for eastern Oregon. But there is a chance. There's a chance, I'm telling you, for many locations. So as we look at tonight, temperatures will remain into the upper 60s for the Central Mountains tomorrow, as it's going to be wet. Wet in the Western Mountains with temperatures in the 60s. Down here in the valley, you see these highs only getting up into the 70s. If we get a little more sun, we could pop up above 80 degrees like Boise has, 78 degrees for the high temperature for Meridian. So how long is this going to last? Well, I've got to tell you that by the time we get to Wednesday, it looks pretty good. Some clouds in the morning, but sunshine during the day. And the temperatures again, hey, you remember, this is summer. So the temperatures are back up
It's coming
to
back.
at least a 90 or so, which isn't too bad. 93 degrees for Sunday. Next Monday, 95 degrees.
Everyone's lawns are looking great, though, already.
It's going to be a help, yeah.
Yeah.
Just get on it and keep watering it because the heat's coming again.
That's true, especially at a time. It came at a good time when it does normally get really dry and really hot.
Oh, yeah. My lawn needed it.
Yeah.
So did my
was
bill
growing
for
really
water.
Yes, absolutely.
Needed some help.